So I'm gonna go in on this. Yeah, I'm gonna double down on my David Spade sat and SNL, his commentary on Shane Gillis. So he has Bill Burr on. Apparently, this guy's a dumbass comedian who thinks he's a guy who's pushing the boundaries and shit like that. Another dude on who thinks he's pushing the boundaries. Dave Chappelle, all these idiotic comedians. Okay, Seth MacFarlane. All these idiots who think that they're pushing the envelope as far as that's concerned. Sarah Silverman, all these people, all these Hollywood writers, execs, etc. All right, these guys are the biggest pussy ass hypocrites on the planet. All right, believe me, I've worked in the industry. I've worked with these guys. All right, these guys are selectively racist. All right, they're selectively racist. All right, meaning that they'll go after certain groups that they can get away with. All right, at this point, they can't get away with, going after, doing these negative racial jokes against blacks, against Jews. But they'll definitely, these people won't have a problem just pushing the boundaries, as they want to call it, pushing the boundaries, which essentially is being a bunch of bullies to people who they know they can fuck with, but they won't, they won't have the NAACP ADL canceling their careers. Dave Chappelle, David Spade, Bill Burr, Seinfeld, Seth MacFarlane, all these people, believe me, okay, they're not brave. They're not pushing the boundaries. All right, every single one of them will not. All right, I say that again and again, over the last 20 years, will not do any negative material on blacks, on Jews. They won't do negative stereotype racism on Jews, on blacks. Okay, they'll do neutral stereotype racism. They'll do positive stereotype racism on them. They will not do negative stereotype racism on them. All right, the groups that they'll do negative stereotype racism on are pretty much, all right, Latinos, Asians, LGBTs, women's groups, women's rights groups, Arabs, Muslims, sometimes, because those Muslims will, if you push hard enough, they will blow your ass up. All right, that's why you guys know what's up. Okay, the Muslims, you guys kind of will do, kind of won't do it. Because that, if you push the boundaries a little bit too much, you won't just get your career canceled out. They will cancel your life out. All right. So with these other groups, apparently these other groups aren't out there punching your ass out, in groups, robbing the shit out of your stores and flash mobs. They're not out there raping your women. They're not out there, doing shit like that where you guys fear them. Apparently fear is the motivation for these guys to either, do their material or not do their material. All right. So these two idiots, Bill Burr, David Spade, if you guys are listening to me, here's the thing about it. Okay. Saturday Night Live never pushed the boundaries as far as racism towards Asians is concerned. All right. They did neutral stereotypes. All right. Stuff that you can laugh with. All right. Mad TV did racist stereotypes. All right, the kind of stuff that Mad TV did was a hate crime. All right, this is what Shane McGillis, all right, says that he's a Mad TV kind of guy versus an SNL kind of guy. Shane, you're a fucking moron. All right, you're some pussy white guy from a white town, who only saw the world from your TV shows, your movies, only see so. Over the last 20 years on TV and movies, they kind of showed black people pretty damn good. They got the Coca-Cola treatment as far as any other race is concerned. All right? They're paired up with white folks. They're all model minority shit. And I think Shane Gillis, he's all right with black people as a result of that, as a result of what he saw on TV and the movies. Even though in real life, you walk in the wrong place at the wrong time, your ass will get beat and killed. All right? The whole shit that's happening in Minneapolis, 20 people got robbed. Guess who all those suspects are? White boy. They're all black. All right? They're not Asian. They're not Latino. They're not, women, feminists. They're not, they're not Muslims. I don't know if they're Muslims or not, but they're not like Arab Muslims. I mean, they could be like Muslim converts, but they're not Arab Muslims. All right, they even those people actually just stick to their own lanes. All right, so apparently, from what I've seen is if any of these groups like Latino Americans, Asian Americans, feminist groups, LGBT, if they went around just beating the shit out of you, white folks, like all you white folks, conservative white folks, if they went around just beating the shit out of you, like the blacks do, like raping your women like the blacks do, raping your ass in prison like the blacks do, going around, trying to put you in your place like the blacks do, you guys would give everybody more respect. Apparently, for whatever reason, they've been doing all that shit to you, but you treat them with, you give them the Coca-Cola treatment. I mean, you roll out the rug for them. Like over the last, I don't know, since Obama got elected, you guys been rolling the rug out for them. All right? So everybody else, you guys kind of be shitting on because you guys can get away with, because you guys don't fear them. Yo, this country is so fucked because of this. All right? If you guys ever watch High Noon, everybody in the town kind of sided with the shitty ass, bad guys. I'm not going to say all black people are bad guys. Most black people are pretty decent. All right. But you guys read the news, watch the news, see the news. There is a huge segment of them that don't like your ass, go around beating up on your ass, raping your women, raping your dudes, all that shit. You guys just sit tight. Don't say anything about it. You guys are all friendly with these people. All right. I'm thinking the formula to fuck you, to get you guys to respect everybody else, whether they be Latino Americans, Asian Americans, feminist groups, LGBT, Muslims, is to just fuck you guys up. That's my personal, that's what I'm thinking what the formula is right now from what I've seen over the last 20 years. All right, you guys are a bunch of pussies. All right, you guys go around, making jokes at the expense and the dignity of everybody else over the last 20 years. Both the black and the whites in the media have pretty much done that for the last 20 years, just fucking other people's shit up for your own benefit, for your own agenda, all right? So apparently, white people, the way they resolved that whole slavery thing, the whole, how they gave back to the blacks was actually taking away from others and then just giving it to them and then saying, haha, I'm your best friend. Yo, you guys are the worst. I've worked in the industry where these people are the most hypocritical, all right, selectively racist pussies on the planet. To all you guys who support these people, to all you guys who support Shane Gillis, to all you guys who support Dave Chappelle, Jerry Seinfeld, Sarah Silverman, Bill Burr, all these people who think they're crossing the line, they're not crossing the line at all. These people are the biggest bunch of pussies on the planet, all right? They want to cross the line. Make some jokes about blacks having low IQs. Just one, all right? I watch The Family Guy. I've watched almost every episode of The Family Guy. Not once did they go below the belt, when they made jokes about blacks, but they went below the belt when they made jokes about Latinos, Asians, LGBTQ, women, every single group that they could touch. They went below the belt on that shit. With blacks and Jews, they stayed above it, all right? It was neutral positive stereotypes with those people, all right? You can't be selective with your racism. You can't be selective with your material. Everybody knows what's up. All right, everybody has a voice. They know what's up. They see what's happening. It's been happening for the last 20 years in Hollywood. It's garbage. Sarah Silverman, listen, you can't go out making these motherfucking jokes about Asians, Latinos, everybody else. And then when you wear blackface, they ban you from a movie and then you apologize for it. That's the only people you apologize is to the blacks, because they're gonna get the ADL on, they're gonna get the NAACP, ADL's probably gonna get involved, because it's the whole Jewish thing in Hollywood. They're gonna protest all that shit, all All right. So going back to SNL and these motherfuckers making these, these accusations that SNL was racist in the past. Now, I'm gonna say they were racist by not hiring Asian Americans, Latino Americans. They had a thing against Asian American and Latino Americans. I mean, throughout the whole entire run, which was like 30-something years, 40 years. All right, they did not hire a single Latino American or Asian American. So fuck them. All right, but aside from that, the skits that I seen on their show where they had Mike Myers play a Japanese guy, Jim Belushi playing a samurai, they were not negative stereotypes. All right, they were neutral stereotypes. All right, nobody got offended by that shit. All right, they weren't calling Asians chink. They knew where the line was and where not to cross it. All right, and for that, I'll give them respect for that. All right, I'll give them respect for that, probably because they had an Asian person on their crew since their inception. That's probably why they were sensitive to that. All right, Mad TV, on the other hand, was a hate crime. I will say this again, anybody who worked on Mad TV, anybody who worked on fucking Mad TV committed a hate crime, particularly with Asian Americans. I don't know about the Latino American, how they depicted Latino Americans, but it was an absolute hate crime, okay? And karma will come for these people. Karma will come for these people. Every single one of them who worked in their show, including that chink, Bobby Lee, he was the step and fetch it. Asian Americans, if you're listening, he was pretty much the step and fetch it of your people. He was a step and fetch it of your people, and you people are so stupid that you didn't realize that, okay? He started the garbage shit with the step and fetch it, Asian step and fetch it stereotype for Asian males, all right? And it went to, it kind of builds up to that dude in The Hangover, the dude on that stupid show, Two Broke Girls. Yo, you guys and the Latino Americans, step up your game, people. Step up your game, okay? You guys gotta know that this is not entertainment. This is a race war, all right? They're conditioning your sons. They're conditioning your daughters. They're conditioning you. They're not just jokes. These are not just jokes. They're not skits. They're not movies. They're not TV shows. They're just not some of these, all right? All this stuff is brainwashing. It's conditioning, all right? So fuck all these people. Fuck these comedians, all right? This is where the race war is. This is where the soldiers are. Okay, fuck Shane Gillis, all right? Fuck Shane Gillis, because here's the thing. Shane Gillis knew not to go, to the same place with blacks as he went with the Asians. He didn't say the word nigger, all right? He never said the word nigger. He didn't say any of that stuff that, blacks have 70 IQ and shit. He never went below the belt when it came to his material on blacks, all right? But everybody else, I've been hearing, all right, this dude, went off full out racist on Asians, on Jews. Maybe he's too stupid to understand that he works in an industry that is controlled primarily by Jews. All right, but he knows now at this point. All right, I think that was the one that fucking got him, because they found out that he did some racist materials on Jews, but he did some racist material on LGBTs, Latinos. He hit below the belt on every single one of them. But I think the one that got him were the Jew jokes, okay? Two groups that most of these comedians, entertainers, writers in Hollywood know that they're going to get so much flack on is any kind of negative shit towards the blacks or the Jews, all right? Because of the NAACP, ADL, civil rights organizations, and all that shit, all right? David Spade knows what I'm talking about. He knows what I'm talking about. All right, all these comedians know what I'm talking about, and you guys know what I'm talking about. All right.